Hello, welcome back to the 71st floor. I'm Konstantinos.
And I am Elliot.
And this is our 8th episode. Welcome back. Nearly 10 now. We're getting there. So big achievement. How are you?
I am fine.
Hungover?
I'm not that bad, to be fair. I'm better than Andrus's.
Not as bad as your boyfriend.
Yeah, not as bad as the one who's being sick this morning.
Oh.
So yeah, I've like spent the whole morning basically babying him.
So tell us what you did last night, Elliot, because from what I gathered, it was a pretty exciting night.
Yeah, so what happened? We basically, like, the town that we live in, I'm not going to dox us, but...
I think you should.
No. The town that we live in doesn't really have much going... Like, it's got like a nice community feel to it, and there's like little like events and stuff, but it's not like big stuff. But then...
Soya is very vocal today. Girl, you want to be on the pod?
But yeah, so we... long story short, Andrus got invited to this like fine dining experience thing that was happening in our town, because he works for the company he works for is also owned by a company that was running this event. Did that make sense?
I think his boss also owns
another
this other company.
So, and because it was happening in our town, his boss was like, "Oh, like, do you want me to see if I can get you
you're
tickets?"
invited.
So we got tickets for free, and it should have been like £90 a person.
Damn.
Which is kind of crazy.
For free?
For free, yeah. And it was supposed to be the same weekend as Beyonce, but then it rained, so it got called off.
Oh, well, that's very convenient.
Yeah, and then, or like, it was supposed to be the Friday before, or something like Thursday before, I don't know.
Oh.
So it would have been a very busy week, but then it rained, so it got cancelled and rescheduled. So this time they had like a canopy, so that if it did rain, we were undercover.
Girl, you're
and
pressing my buttons, girl.
Oh no. But it's like a open fire cooked
Good girl
thing, and it was like an 8-course meal.
Wow.
So yeah, we were a bit like, I don't know what it's going to be like, because usually, like, we told you about the one we went to that was like a opening night for like the bar that we went to for the same company. You know, the one.
When?
We were like there sending pictures and stuff, because they were like giving us free cocktails and stuff, and then we were supposed to be getting the food, and everyone was like fighting for it, because it was like they kept bringing the food to the same people all the time.
Oh. I don't know.
This is a separate thing, but that was ages ago, and that was like a very like influencery kind of event, and I think they was intentionally inviting influencers to be like, oh my god, look at this new...
Well, you would fit in right in now if it happened.
What do you mean now?
Now that we're doing a podcast.
Well, I wanted to call us influencers.
That you're a podcaster.
Not even close.
Well, now you can go and say,
Well,
I've got a
platform,
podcast that has 5-star
yeah,
rating
true.
on
It's
Spotify
true.
and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, so keep rating us, and then maybe I'll get invited to more places.
Period.
But yeah, so I thought it was going to be that same vibe last night, but it turns out that it was like only really for...
Stop chewing it, Soya.
It's gonna snap off. Yeah, it was like opening night, and people had like paid money, so it was like only, I think, like the guy who owns the company, the other guy that owns the company was there, and then just us basically, and then like the rest of the people were people who have like paid for it, so it wasn't a cringe group of people. It was like a big selection. Like there was like, I think we were sat next to like an old couple that were like married for like 25 years or whatever, and then like next to them was like a young couple that were in their 30s. Then next to them was like the owner of the the cafe.
Oh yeah, you said.
Yeah, so she was literally sat next to us, and I was like, oh my god, this is so wild. So yeah, we had a really nice time. Wait, let me see if I can.
So yeah, thanks for rubbing your ass all over my coffee cup.
Oh,
thank you.
But yeah, so we ended up eating the first.
You ate.
We ate. Period. When we first got there, actually, there was like a welcome drink, which was like Prosecco, some flower thing. I can't remember what it was.
Elderflower?
No, like a weird one. Maybe it's not a flower. Is it chartreuse? Is that a flower?
Rosebud?
No, girl. What else? Oh, and then like it said like pine and absinthe.
Yeah, that is
and
wild.
we were like, what? And they
That
were
is
like, just
wild.
go easy on them because they're like
So
absinthe.
How was it an absinthe cocktail or?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
like in a champagne flute, so it was like probably mostly like prosecco and like not the alcoholic stuff, and then like a little bit of absinthe.
Had you ever had absinthe before?
I don't know. I don't think so because I would
was
be
it?
so like terrified of it.
Yeah.
because it's so strong.
How was it?
It just tasted like licorice. Like it wasn't. It tasted like mouthwash basically. Like it was not the most pleasant. And
What is she doing back there?
I don't know. Let her do whatever she needs to do. Yeah, so I was just a bit like, I'm not a huge fan of this, but it was fine because it was free. Then we like sat down at the table and we could see like they still had like drinks out on the side, and we were like, what is included in this? Like, because obviously they didn't say on the menu like, oh, all drinks are included. So we were a bit like, oh, we're gonna have to pay for drinks.
She's causing chaos. Today.
Whatever, just ignore her and she'll leave.
Soya is very active.
So yeah, so we looked over at the drinks thing, and they had like white and red wine, and then like a couple of like cans of beers, and then like these little things of like they look like you know like a Scotch glass, like just a flat short glass.
Oh yeah.
And we were like, is like they all had like some like orangey liquid in them. We were like, what is that? Like, can we have that? But then like people were going up and like not paying for stuff, so we were like, oh, you must be able to just get like your standard red, white, or beer. So Andrew's got beer, I got white wine, and they just kept bringing out more wine.
God.
Like throughout the night, because everyone had like their own wine glass. So they were like, "Oh, do you want some wine?" And we were like, "Oh, why not?"
Sure.
And then like every time you could see them coming, you'd be like, "More, please." So that's probably how Andres ended up getting so sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, the food was really nice, which was like the main thing.
Well, yeah, that was another thing I was going to ask you.
Yeah,
had
it was literally
meat!
a dining.
So Elliot's a vegetarian for everyone.
Well, not
listening.
anymore.
And you had pigeon and chicken.
Yeah.
After how many years?
It's been
Andrew said like 8 years or something?
Yeah, since my second year of uni, so that would have been like
my
2016.
God. Why? Why did you have it?
I've been debating eating meat for a long time.
Oh.
Like a few years ago, we went to this, like cargo market. It's in Salford Keys. And there was like a pork dish that Andres got from one of the places. And
that's where we went the first time.
Oh yeah,
we met.
We first met. Oh my God. Yeah, so they did like a pork dish and it just looked so nice. And I was like, I want to eat it. And I literally had it like next to my mouth, and I was like, like holding it back. So it's been a long time coming, basically, because I eat fish, or I have eaten fish for a while now. So I was like, it's no different.
So you were pescatarian?
Yeah. But yeah, so then the first, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. So when Andres got the tickets, the guy, like the owner, was like, "Oh, I think it's vegetarian, isn't it?" And I was like, say no, say no, say no. Because like it was 8 dishes and 6 of them were fish or meat and 2 of them were veggie.
Right.
So I was like,
but did they have different versions? Did they have different versions for vegetarians?
Well, they didn't say that on the menu.
Right.
So Andres said, oh yeah, he is. So then he emailed them to be like, oh, can we have a vegetarian meal for like one person? And I was like, why would you do that? Because then, like, literally, it was only pigeon. One dish was pigeon and one dish was chicken. And I was like, if you just don't say anything, you could have double the amount of food, and I could just sit and not eat the meat, and have everything else. But then I was like, so scared they were going to be like, here's a grilled cauliflower steak or like a pan-fried aubergine. And I was like, no. So I was really, really like not looking forward to it. But then for some reason they just forgot, I guess, and just started serving us the food. And I like got the same as everyone else. So the first dish was like oysters, which I'd never had before.
Yeah, I've never tried oysters. I don't know. They seem too.
They look
too
a bit
slimy.
Yeah, but it's
weird.
definitely like a mental thing. It's like you just have to like not look at it and just close your eyes and then it's done. Because like,
Do that again.
also,
Do that again.
they were like
ASMR?
filming. They were like proper filming us, like, and there was a
Oh.
woman who was like taking like like she had a film camera, she was taking pictures. She had like a DSLR, she was taking pictures. There was someone who like one of Andrew's boyfriends was like filming us.
Oh.
And apparently when I was eating the oyster, they were filming me.
Oh,
and I was
God,
like,
slurping
I
the
really
oysters.
hope that footage just gets lost somewhere because I don't want someone. But to be fair,
We'll find it. We'll put it in this episode.
No, please do not. But like, yeah, the way that I was eating it was like, I got my fork. I was trying to be a little bit classy, not
Right.
so that, I mean, the footage is now going to be on the internet anyway, so like they may as well.
Where even is it going to be? Where are they putting it?
On their Instagram, I imagine.
Right. So it is going to be on the internet.
Yeah. I mean, that was worse than
I
what I
will
was
hunt
doing
it
with
down.
the oyster. No, but I was actually being very classy. I got my fork because I was like, you know, they're like kind of attached to the shell.
Yeah.
So I was like, you kind of have to like wedge it out. So I was like trying to like scoop it a little bit. And then once it was loose, I just sort of like, and like slurped it in like very like gracefully.
Wow. Was
so
it nice?
It was nice. It just tasted like seawater.
Ah.
But like clean seawater. I don't know. It's a really weird, like just
Okay.
fresh, salty water. But it had like rhubarb in it as well. So it was like also quite like fruity. It was nice. I'm probably not selling it very well, but it was very nice.
Interesting.
Okay. Then what was next? I don't know. I can't remember the order of stuff, but there was like oysters. There was a mushroom dish. There was peas and beans, which doesn't sound that exciting, but it was like
peas
with
and
other
beans.
stuff. Then pigeon, chicken. But it was like fancy. It was like a whole cooked chicken, and they literally just brought out a whole chicken between 4 people.
Wow.
And then what else? Oh, there was bass.
Oh, I love bass.
What else? I can't remember.
Well, how was it eating chicken and pigeon after all these years?
To be fair, so I was really nervous for the pigeon because I was like,
I've never had
pigeon ever in my life. I don't think, anyway. And the people next to us were talking about it, and they were like, "Oh, it's quite gamey. It's a really gamey meat."
Gay?
And I was like, "Gay? It's a really gay meat, pigeon." So I was like, I don't really know what that means when someone says it's gamey, other than it's very like meaty tasting.
What is that? Gamey? Spell that for me.
Like game.
Like a video game?
I think it's the same spelling, but it just means like meat, I think. So if someone says it's gamey, I think it's just like a very intense like meat flavor.
Okay.
Game meat meaning. Wild animals and birds that are hunted and eaten, also known as game. Game meat is healthy, natural, and delicious. Oh, what does it mean?
So
what does it mean when
it just means
tastes
meat?
gamey?
It just means wild
gamey
meat.
Or the gamey taste meaning is associated with the distinct flavor and aroma of game meat. It's strong, musky, earthy, and gamey.
Oh,
musky. It's not a nice word to describe
I like
food.
my meat like I like my men.
So it says it's different from the flavor that you get from domestic animals like beef, chicken, or pork. So I guess you just have to taste the game meat to know what gamey means.
Right,
which I don't think I ever have.
Well, now you have.
Well, now I have. But yeah, so I was like, I'll wait until I see other people's reactions to eating it. Because they would give out mine first because I was on the outer side. And then they would go into the middle. And then like Andres would get his like last. So I was like, I'll wait and see what Andres' reaction is. Because if he's like, I don't like this, I'm definitely not going to like it.
I mean, Andres likes everything, no?
Not really. I don't know. But I was like, if he can convince me that it tastes nice, then I'll try it. And it was in like a hot sauce type of thing as well. It was really like fruity hot sauce.
What was it? The picture that Andrew sent us? It was like
2 little
a sauce
like,
in the middle, and like 2 pieces.
Yeah. It was that one, and it was also like really dark. Like I thought that pigeon would be like the same color as chicken, like a white meat, but it was like brown, almost like red.
Maybe it was just the way it was cooked.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was tasty. It was really good. I can't say it was bad.
Are you officially a meat eater again?
I don't think so. I think I'm gonna like because I don't want to cook meat for myself unless it's like, you know, like pre-cooked stuff that you just put in the oven and reheat kind of thing, like chicken nuggets.
Okay. Why do you just like find it disgusting?
Yeah. Like raw chicken is gross to me, and like just the thought of like all the juices and the blood and
like, I hate raw chicken. There's what is it? It's like raw. I like raw beef. I feel like raw beef is like the best out of the raw meats.
So like a steak.
Yeah, or like beef mince.
Oh, to cook, you mean?
Yeah.
Not to eat.
No.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, oh, I love eating raw beef. I was like, okay.
Raw pork and raw sausage mince is like very disgusting because it's very sticky. It's like, I don't know. But yeah, I cooked chicken last night.
Wow.
We was from, should I say their name?
Who?
Without being sponsored.
Oh no. A home delivery.
A home delivery food service. Yeah.
Unless people are gonna use your invite code.
Well, I don't get anything.
Yeah, you do.
Do I?
If someone uses your code, you get money off. You both get money off. Anyway,
I'll look
wait
into
till they
it.
sponsor us.
I'll look into it. But yeah, it was actually this really delicious meal. It was like a burger, but in like ciabatta thing, so not like a burger bun.
Yeah.
And the burger is a chicken that's breaded and fried.
Oh, okay.
And then you put like this marinara sauce and cheese and put it in the oven and it melts. So it's like very saucy cheese. Yes, basically a pizza chicken burger and also serrano ham on top.
Oh my god.
It's very tasty meal.
Wow.
It said double protein on it. So Rick was like, get it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, interesting. So you had to like cook it from scratch, like the chicken. Like bread it yourself.
Yeah. You have to like put it in egg and then put it in breadcrumbs and then.
That's too much work for me.
Yeah, it gets your hands like, and then put it in the pan.
Well, did you keep a dry hand and a wet hand?
No. What do you mean?
That's your issue. When you're doing like deep frying, you're supposed to like, obviously you have like your bowl with your dry ingredients and your egg.
Yes.
So I think you do the egg first, don't you? And then the flour and whatever. So you're supposed to do like, you use your wet hand for the egg and then you dump it into the dry one and then you use your dry hand so you don't get clumpy.
Nah.
Look,
well, because
I'm a pro chef.
Because
here.
with one hand, I don't know. I go like I really like work it around in the bowls. Okay. I really cover it with egg and then I put it. I really cover it. I cover all the crevices with the breadcrumbs so there's no like
no chicken to be seen.
No.
I mean, that sounds good.
I'm thorough.
Yeah. To be honest, literally as soon as I ate the chicken, the realization hit me. I was like, oh my god, I can eat KFC now. Which is so bad, but like literally the only meat that I crave is just like shit. It's like I want to eat like a Big Mac and like KFC and like a boneless banquet.
Not a Big Mac. Girl.
Like I just want to eat the shit meat. Like I don't want to eat nice food because like it just scares me a little bit. But
you're crazy.
Like a steak. I'm like, I don't want a steak. That's too much for me.
I love a steak.
I don't think...
We both...
I think I've only had a steak once, and it was cooked by my brother-in-law, who at the time was not my brother-in-law. He was just whatever, a boyfriend. But he cooked it like well done, I would say, like almost burnt. And it was just really tough. And I was like, this is not for me. But I also would get scared if it was bleeding. Like if it was like medium rare, I'd be like, why is it still pink? Why is it pink?
Yeah, I think medium is like the best. Medium or even medium well done. Might get cancelled for this. Oh, blue?
Yeah.
What does that even mean? Super
literally
rare?
Like on the plate.
No, disgusting. Give me 1 sec. I need to check. No, it's still recording.
Can you record this for me? It's already recording.
I think it...
Do-do.
No, it's fine. We don't need to take a break. It's just okay. Just wanted to check that it didn't zoom out like last time. Just needed to make sure the zoom...
Look at the rain.
Yeah, it is. Goddamn. It's raining outside. It's been super hot the last few days.
Even this morning when I was walking to the shop, I literally was like, this is too hot.
Yeah.
It was like 8:30 and I was like, why am I sweating?
Yeah. Yesterday I went to ballet, and also yesterday was Salford Pride, and we didn't know. Yeah, at Peel Park. They do it at Peel Park every year.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's like quite a big crowd, and they bring like drag queens and all that performing.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know.
They do like the local prides around.
Yeah.
It's not just like Manchester
Yeah.
Pride. It's like they do
And
all
so
the levels, like...
I went to ballet, and then on my way back, at ballet, I was literally sweating from the very first bar exercise. Literally, like from the warm up.
There's no aircon in there.
There's like fans. Two
they don't
fans
really
in the corner.
anything.
No, I was sweating, and then I honestly, and then when we obviously the class went on further on, I didn't have strength to do a lot. I flopped. I flopped yesterday.
When it's like hot.
I flopped yesterday at class. It was too hot for me, and then I left, and I was coming back home. I was walking home, and I saw all these gays walking towards Peel Park, and I was like, what is going on? What are these?
What in the homosexual is going on here?
And then I Googled it, and I was like, damn it, it's Salford Pride.
Oh.
And then Rick was at the park with Appa, and I went home, and he hadn't left me the key because he thought I had my key. So I had to then walk to the park to find him. And then we walked together through Peel Park, and we saw the parade and everything. Oh, the parade? No, there was no parade.
So you got to like experience it a little bit.
Yeah, we walked through. Yeah, we could.
I don't feel like it's gonna be that exciting though. If it's just like Salford Pride.
Yeah, I feel like if we knew it was happening, we would have probably like gone and like gotten a drink or yeah, because they had Banksy, the drag queen. She was in.
I think you meant the artist.
No.
Like, what? No one knows who that
Banksy
is.
was at Salford Pride.
What?
No, it's a drag queen. She was in one of the latest UK seasons.
Don't watch that.
And yeah, she was there performing when we were walking past. But yeah, it was fun. But yeah, it was too hot. My stomach is very vocal again today.
All the noises today.
It's from the coffee, I think.
Oh, to be fair, coffee on an empty stomach is very bad.
Well, I had a muffin with
That's
it.
not really anything.
Yeah. But yeah.
Nice.
What else? How was your week?
My week.
Let me see my notes.
What was pretty chill, to be fair. I've just been working. We tried to get Addison Rae tickets, and that was fucking.
Oh yeah, we tried. Well, Andrew's tried.
Yeah, because you're not a big Addison girly. You're not a racist.
Oh,
that's what her fans are called.
Racists?
But I think it's a joke. But
yes, for the record, I am not a racist.
But I'm pretty. Yeah, so we tried. Andrews tried to get tickets, and he said he was in the queue for like 20 minutes to get them.
Yeah,
because
it's just stupid.
For context.
Oh my god!
So if you don't know who Addison Rae is, where have you been?
She's the new summer girly.
It's Addison Rae summer. TikTok star turned music pop girly.
I'm nervous.
She had like a couple of bangers, and then she released an album a few days ago.
I haven't said, but I listened to the album like last week at work.
You don't like it?
I didn't care for it. It's a hot take.
Everybody cancel him.
I know, it's a hot take. I'm probably gonna get cancelled. I can't show my face anymore anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I was like, it's like not my type of music. I don't know. I didn't.
That's fair.
None of it like stood out to me. Like I listened to it while I was working, and I was like, it finished, and I was like, none of that just stood out to me. Like you could ask me, and I'd be like, I don't remember a single song. I don't know. That's just me.
It's
like
weird
I get that people like it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
it's weird fine. How like Rick loves her though, and you're like so. Meh.
Yeah.
But I guess that's just natural, isn't it? Like,
let me tell you what he told me when I told him that I didn't like it. Because I messaged him.
What is his nickname?
Moon Baboon, because you know Moon Baboon from It Takes Two, the video game.
Oh, I've not played it.
Oh well, it was the first thing we played together when we started dating. It was literally like our second or third date, we started playing this together.
Oh, cute.
And Moon Baboon is a character from that, and I told him, "Oh, you like, I don't know, I see that character, and I'm like, that's you."
Oh, is that like the guy character, like the main one, or is it not the main character?
No, it was one of the toys of the kid.
A baboon.
Yeah, it's literally a baboon.
Oh. No, you're saying Rick reminds you of a monkey. Andres played that without me. It's supposed to be like a work through your relationship issues kind of game,
God.
isn't it? And he played it with Iona instead.
Oh, here it is. I said, I heard the Addison album, and he said, and I said, none of them really stood out to me. Like, it was a nice vibe, but I wouldn't listen to them again on my own. And he said, wouldn't say that on your podcast.
Well, you just
Too
said
late.
it, girl. Well, I love it, and I think it's so fun.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
I'm like here for the influencer to pop girl pipeline. I think it's so interesting. And what I love about her is that she's doing something different. It's not like, not to shade any pop artists at the minute, but because I like Tate McRae. I like her latest album, but it's nothing. She's not pushing the envelope kind of thing. It's just like a nice, easy listening pop album. Whereas Addison Rae's music is a bit more like different. There's like a little something to it that's a bit like makes it stand out from the rest.
Yeah. Well, it's like that other artist. What is it? Snow Wife or something?
Oh.
Is she the one that sings Freaky? No.
Yeah.
Freak?
A song from Freaky
Not
Friday.
Freaky Friday, girl.
The other day. Take Me Away. That's the song. We were. I don't even know how that song came on. We must have been watching like a video and someone played it.
Yeah, Snow Wife.
What a great song.
Yeah, I think she's. I mean, to be fair, I haven't listened to the whole album. I probably should because I liked the one or two that Rick played for me. But Freaky. What is it called? Is it called Freaky?
Yeah. Go ahead and play it.
No, I won't. No.
It is called Freaky.
Well,
it's not from her newest.
Is it not?
Oh wait, no, that's not her newest album.
Well, I went albums, and that's the only one. 2023.
Well, it'll be like an EP then or something.
Girl. This?
Yeah, it'll be that one.
Freaky like that. Yeah.
I don't know.
69. Girl.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm here for that genre of music anymore. Like
It's very Charlie. It's very.
Do you think?
I think so.
I don't think it's Charlie.
Oh.
I think it's like slut pop.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not calling her a slut just for the record.
I mean, she
Kim
is.
Petras has an album called Slut Pop, and it's just like that slut. Like it's very like hyper sex. Which like props to the people doing it because it's like girl power. Like if men can sing on, like,
I mean, none of them do it like Cupcake.
That's true. None of them are doing it like Cupcake. Cupcake is
my God, Cupcake is
one of a kind.
Honestly, I love them for what they do.
Itsy bitsy spider
when up my booty crack. It's I'm like it can't be real. I wish she was like mainstream.
Yeah, but she's never going to be mainstream because
I
like
wish
she literally could
was.
never be played on the radio.
I wish she was.
I don't think there's a single song of hers that could be like
no.
What do they call it? Like censored for radio because it just wouldn't. It would be like every line would have to be
beep, beep,
muted.
Beep, 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 beep,
yeah,
beep,
it's
beep.
just crazy. But she's so clever, which is such a shame that she's never gonna get like huge. But also, it's a good thing really because then she's gonna have like it's like what people like Charlie used to have, or like Kim Petras have, like a very close knit community of like gays basically.
Yeah, I mean she's on TikTok. She's on like every other TikTok video.
The Cupcake remixes. Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah,
God, it is very funny.
But
I don't even know what she looks like.
Who, Cupcake?
Yeah, this is gonna show me a cupcake.
She's got double K. It's like.
Is that her?
Yes.
Oh.
She's an icon. She's a legend.
Period.
And she is the moment. Now,
oh my God,
now.
she is. Yes.
Yeah,
I can just imagine her. Just imagine her singing all that. Yeah, she's crazy. Crazy girl.
She's a crazy girl. But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm very excited to get Addison Rae tickets, and then apparently in LA, she was. So I don't know. I think she's having the same like. I don't know if it's like a management thing, with Lady Gaga. You know how she was like, I don't want to do I don't want to do arena tours because I can only. Well, no, stadium. She was like, I don't want to do a stadium tour because, I don't have. Or like I can't create the vision that I want for this tour in a stadium. Right. Bearing in mind Beyonce has literally just done a stadium tour and like absolutely smashed it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lady Gaga was like, oh, I'm only going to do one night in Manchester in a arena, and then boop, like sold out instantly. And then added another night, sold out instantly. So it's like you could have just done a stadium tour if you really wanted to, but something is not right. Something is being held back. So I think Addison's issue is probably the same thing, and maybe it's like a lack of confidence in her abilities.
Yeah.
But it's like, you're Addison motherfucking Rae. Like, you are literally the most famous person to come out of TikTok, other than like the not the Dixie Chicks. What are they called? Dixie and Charlie D'Amelio.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are you doubting yourself? And like, also, don't underestimate the power of the gays. The gays will stand at anyone.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she planned it before she released the album, so she didn't know the reaction. I don't know.
It's very strange because the venue that she picked for Manchester, at least, is tiny. And apparently one of the venues in LA, like the capacity was like 2,000, and there was like 120,000 or something like that in a queue to get tickets, and it's like something is gonna have to change. Like apparently she's already like updating some of the venues, but not all of them. So who knows?
Yeah, I wasn't bothered.
I don't give a fuck.
I might have joined just because I would probably feel FOMO.
Well, the selling point as well is that it was only £30.
Yeah.
For a concert.
Yeah, exactly.
Nowadays, that's crazy.
Yeah,
and to see Addison Rae as well, like.
Yeah, I would have just come for like the friend group.
For the vibes.
Yeah, but
which was going to be me with Lady Gaga, but Lady Gaga was going to be like £100 for a vibe, and I was like, I don't know.
I would have paid 100 for Lady Gaga, I think.
Yeah,
but also I'm also glad we didn't find. Well, not glad, but I'm like, so yeah, can you please stop destroying our set? Where was this?
I don't know. Just leave it.
Okay, but yeah, it was Lady Gaga was around the same time as the Switch, so I was like, I'm glad I'm not spending even more money.
Sawyer, can you please move?
Oh, okay.
Right, if there's any technical difficulties,
it's because of Sawyer.
It's because of Sawyer.
Yeah, I've said it before. She's our saboteur. She's literally lying on top of she's lying on top of our...
All of the cables.
Yeah.
Right, go...
Sawyer, go see. What is it?
Go see.
That works on Apple as well.
Go see who it is.
Who's that?
Just leave. Get out. Right now.
No, the people love Sawyer.
Go sunbathe.
Sunbathe?
Yeah.
Girl, there's no sun.
Yeah, there's a little bit of sun. Should be fine. Also, really fun fact that I don't know if I said this already to you. At work the other day, I was just like chatting with one of my friends, and she was like, "Oh yeah, like we had like some friends over last night for dinner, and then we like played Mario Kart all together." And I was like, "Oh, that's so cute."
For a second, I thought you were gonna say she said, "Oh, and we played your podcast."
Oh God, no, no, that would be embarrassing. So she was like, "Yeah, we played Mario Kart with them, and like." Just had like a really fun time, and I was like,
period,
interesting. Then we started chatting a bit more. Turns out she's like a full like,
Nintendo
Switchy girl.
Oh, Switchy girl.
Switchy girl.
I love
she's
that.
She's a girly pop.
We're Switchy girls.
Because she was like saying how she like plays Animal Crossing. She plays like almost like every night she's playing like on her Switch by herself, and I was like, that's so cool. And she's not like, I wouldn't have like put like, if you put people in a lineup and were like, one of these people plays a Switch, I would never really pick her. But she's like, yeah, I love my Switch, and she like her boyfriend bought it for her. She's like, it's so like sentimental, like not the Switch 2, the original Switch. And she was like, it's just sentimental to me.
But she now bought
No, she's not bought the Switch 2.
Oh, so when she said Mario Kart, she meant the old one.
Old one.
Oh. the ghetto.
Like, that's like the best way to like spend your time.
Yeah,
really. Like,
definitely.
I think it's such a fun way to like I don't know, entertain people. Like when you've got people around. Like literally, my birthday next weekend is just gonna be us playing Mario Kart or like Switch games, basically.
Yeah.
And drinking margaritas.
Spicy
margaritas.
Yeah, we're doing a margarita night next weekend for Elliot's birthday. I mean, by the time this comes out, it's going to be way after your birthday. Yeah. Like almost a month after your birthday.
Well, good, because people don't need to know my actual birthday, because it's very important information. You basically steal my identity if you know my birthday.
How?
I don't know. No one will know. ASMR of me opening my bottle.
Oh. But yeah, we said next weekend. So next weekend, our friend from Glasgow is joining us, Theo, I feel like everyone's going to be like, this Theo person is like this legend. Or
Theo's only going to make an appearance on the 71th episode.
Yeah, this myth. Our friend Theo is joining for Elliot's birthday, and we're all having a margarita night and staying over, having a little sleepover. And then we said the next morning, we said maybe we'll do a little special birthday episode for the pod with Rick and Theo.
Probably not Andrew.
Andrew said he has a tattoo appointment. So, yeah, that's what he said.
More like a dick appointment, probably.
Yeah, but that won't come out until like a month after your birthday, so.
Good. No one will know. I'll be turning the big old age of 28, which is sad.
I thought you were already 28.
How dare you?
No. I knew you were turning 28.
Did you?
Oh, 28 on the... Just say your birthday. It's literally...
No.
It's literally the like, who the... It's literally such unimportant information. Like,
well,
your fans want to know your birthday.
Well, maybe they can ask me then.
Oh my god. They can literally go on your Instagram and find out.
No.
Well, I'll make sure to post a happy birthday story on your birthday, and people will find out.
Go for it. Our two fans.
I don't care. I don't care about people knowing my birthday.
Well, when is it then?
21st of December, 1999.
Well, don't be surprised if your entire life gets hacked now.
Period. Oh, did you see? That's actually an interesting thing to talk about. Like 2 days. What?
For once.
2 days ago. 2 days ago, I saw this post that. Yeah.
You know, this morning I also saw a post.
Oh. No, it's because I'm trying to remember the numbers, but it's like like billions of passwords got hacked by like on like Google, Apple, and a bunch of other like big companies, and like passwords got leaked and hacked. And I saw it like late at night before we went to bed, and I was like, oh god, we're gonna wake up tomorrow and all of our shit is gonna be hacked and the world is gonna end. And it basically said it was like the biggest like password leak or whatever ever in history or whatever. But then I woke up the next day and like it's been a few days now and like nothing happened. So I'm like, okay.
Like, on the settings on your phone, it'll be like, you have like however many compromised passwords.
I think you want to know how many
every single
is.
password
Same.
I have is like on the black web or whatever it's
Period.
called, dark web.
Same. It's like, well, most of mine are like old passwords. So it's like, how many? Let's see. Where does it say?
I don't know. It's
Where does it say?
Oh, not the work one.
Where? Oh.
Third one down.
Where does it say where? Security 152.
To be honest, mine is going to be worse than that, I think.
But yeah, like all these, like what the fuck is Noam?
Who?
What the fuck is that?
What if, you shouldn't have said that online, because what if it's something... something sketchy.
It's like so many old accounts I've had throughout the years that used like a password I used. Like I changed my password recently. Like my new password is quite good, but I still use that new password for like every account I make. I'm not gonna have a different password for every account.
No, see, I used to be like this, and then I mean, for the personal stuff, I use the same. Oh God, why are we saying this?
Yeah.
People are gonna find out one password and be like, "Oh, I have access to your entire life."
Yeah, next week somebody else is gonna be hosting this podcast. But it's like, and Apple does this thing where it's like, oh, sign in with Apple, and it uses like a randomly generated password, and I'm like, that's good, but like, what if I want to sign in from like a different device and I obviously don't have access to whatever Apple used?
Use like Safari and stuff, and just have everything linked.
Well,
and stop using Google Chrome because it's literally the worst browser.
No, it's not the worst. It is. It's not the worst. The worst is like Firefox or Microsoft Edge.
Microsoft Edge is awful. Mama, that's garbage.
Yeah, I know Safari is great, but yeah, I've told you earlier, I've used Chrome since I was like 12. So like,
Mama, get over it.
I'm like, it's the same reason why I can't move from Spotify to Apple Music. Phone? No, I use Safari.
Well, exactly. So just use Safari and stop being a little bitch.
But like Chrome has, so like you see, like I've got all these like bookmarks, and it's got obviously all my logins, and I've got these like bookmarks that are very important. How the fuck?
So just transfer it over.
How the fuck do I transfer that to Safari?
You spend like 5 minutes just copy and pasting.
It won't be 5 minutes, Mama. Also, I don't know. Maybe I should. I should spend an afternoon like setting up my Safari and personalizing.
But also, there's more important things in life than switching your browser.
Period.
Better ways of spending your time.
I do feel like switching.
To our sponsor. No, I'm just kidding.
I do feel like switching browsers is easier than switching music services. Like switching from Spotify to Apple Music, I feel like is impossible for me now. Even though I want to. Well, actually, not that I want to. I don't know. Like I like Spotify's user not sponsored by Spotify. No. But like I like the user interface. I like that it's got like podcasts on it and audiobooks, and I feel like Apple Music I can't navigate, and it's probably because I'm just not used to it. I mean, Apple Music has better audio, like that's just a known fact. And I love the new.
I think it's also more expensive, isn't it?
No, I think it's pretty much the same.
Is it?
Same price, yeah. Oh. I like the new mixing feature in iOS 26 that's coming out.
Is it? Also,
that's actually the only reason.
iOS 26
and
not like 10?
Because all the OSs like iOS, iPad OS, Watch OS, Vision OS, TV OS, and Mac OS all had different numbers. Except the only ones that were the same were iOS and iPad OS were the same. Right. And then so it would have been like iOS and iPad OS 19, Watch OS 8, Mac OS 23, Vision OS 3.
But Mac OS wasn't 23. It was like.
Well, they name it.
Like rock.
Yeah, they name it after places.
Yeah.
So now to kind of like streamline everything, they just named them all after the year that they end on. So it's like iOS 26 because it's going to be throughout 26.
I just saw people being like, when did we get all the in-between ones? I was so confused.
Yeah, macOS still uses a place as the name, but it's still like macOS 26. But it's called macOS Tahoe. How?
Tahoe.
Yeah. It's someplace in America.
Yeah. Wow, we love geography.
Period. I actually do love geography.
Oh my God.
And I was telling Elliot this last week before we started recording about my time zone map.
Oh yeah.
I love maps. Like, I love maps. And I'm sure if Rick is listening to this, he's rolling his eyes because he hates that I love maps. Because...
But also, how can you hate that? That's such like a non...
Well, I'll tell you why. It's because I love maps, but I also love using maps. And I use maps, like navigation, for everything and everywhere we go. Like, I might be going somewhere I went to a million times. I'll still have my maps out. And like, because I like it. Because
like with a route set?
Yeah, or... yeah. So obviously, when I go to like the park, which is like right next to, I'm not going to use maps. But if we're going into town, if we're going somewhere to like a restaurant, and the only thing I know is, that restaurant is like by St. Peter's Square, for example. I'm still going to use the maps. Even though I know how to get to St. Peter's Square or whatever, I'm going to be like, I need to know exactly where this thing is and exactly where I need to go.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, obviously when you're abroad, that's obviously very common. But like, yeah, I just use it all the time and I love it. I love maps. And Rick is so, or like whenever we're on the bus, even though I know the route and I know where I need to stop, I always have my maps open and I see every stop.
On the bus, it's quite good because it tells you how many stops and what street you need to go on and stuff.
But a lot of the times, Rick is the exact opposite. He will never open maps. Never.
That's weird.
And so he will know, like, we'll be on the bus and he'll be like, yeah, I know which stop we need to get to. And I'm like, okay, but I still want to watch it. And he'll be like, turn off your maps right now. If you love me, turn off your maps trust me.
Blackmailing.
Yeah. He's like, just trust me and turn off your maps. You don't need them. And I'm like, but I just want it. It's like a safe. It's like a safety. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you have to use maps in like the army?
For what?
Navigating. What else do you use them
Where?
for? What do you mean?
We didn't travel.
You just stayed in a camp the whole time.
Yeah.
You didn't move. You literally were in.
We would go places. We would go places, but I wasn't driving.
No, but like, I don't know. Like, so you just sat there all day.
Yeah, you're stationed at a camp.
Yeah. And
you stay there and you have like your duties every day.
Mm.
You like guard or guard. And then every now and then you'd have like an exercise, like a shooting exercise or whatever. So they would come and pick you up and they would drive you to the shooting range.
Oh, so you wouldn't have to walk there?
No.
Oh.
We did a hike.
So that was not like an essential skill that they were teaching you, like how to read maps and stuff?
No, not at all.
We literally like learned that in Duke of Edinburgh.
What is that?
Just a lot of bullshit, really.
Also, you mentioned the army. For everyone who doesn't know, who probably don't know, everyone was like, what? I was in the army. Not to brag.
We spoke about this.
Did we?
Yeah.
Did we?
We've spoken about this.
When?
You were in the army. Because I'm pretty sure this is about the serving in Poland, or like 19 in
Poland.
Oh,
right. Well, yeah, I guess we kind of briefly mentioned it.
Yeah.
But yeah, boys in Cyprus have to serve a year in the army.
They have to serve.
After school.
Face.
And trust, I served. But yeah, no, we didn't learn how to read maps or anything.
Well, Duke of Edinburgh is just like I don't even know what it is. But you basically pay money. And
a boot
you have
camp?
to then... No, it's like... You can do it... So I did it through school. When I was like 13, 14, and
right.
It's basically like there's like bronze, silver, gold, and it's like an award thing that you can get, and it's supposed to be like good to put on a CV because it shows that you've done stuff. And it's basically like you have to volunteer, learn a new skill, and then do like a hike basically.
And you learned map reading?
You learned map reading, and
that's
you also,
very gay.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
You know the Duke of Edinburgh is? Do you know who that is?
No. Why would I know? King. Why would I know who the Duke of Edinburgh is?
Because
I couldn't give a single
fuck, girl. I'm pretty sure it's.
And Edinburgh is not in England.
Oh no, Prince Philip. He died.
Oh. She died. Oh, she passed away.
He was the Queen's husband.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, I know Prince Philip because he was Greek. Period. What? You didn't know that. You didn't know that. Prince Philip is Greek, mama.
Is that true?
Yes. Look it up.
Well, anyway, so it's Duke of Edinburgh or the DOV Award. And so you learn a skill, you volunteer, and you do this hike. So when we
How much was the hike? I mean, the hike, like...
It was just like you hike for
how many
the day.
kilometers?
Oh, I don't know if I can know.
Born in Corfu, Greece.
Oh, I've been to Corfu.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
It's very nice. I haven't been, but
I've
I know.
been to Kos as well.
Wow.
In Greece, mainland Greece.
Wow. Kos is an island. It's not mainland.
Is it not?
No. Kos is... Watch me be wrong now.
I thought it was...
Yeah, island.
Oh, okay. Well...
So have you been?
I have been. Anyway, yeah, so my skill that I learned that was my new skill, was the piano. But I'd already been learning it for like...
Look how close it is to Cyprus. Sorry. Yeah. So you learned how to play the piano in this...
Well, I just said I was doing it because it was supposed to be like a new skill, but I was doing it anyway. So I just took my leaflet and I was like, my booklet thing. And I said to my teacher, can you just sign this and say that I've been learning piano for 6 months? And he was like, yeah. So he just signed it for me every like week. Then the volunteering, I was already volunteering at a dog kennel, like just dog walking.
Cool.
Which was cute. So I was like, I could just use that. And then the hike thing was just a load of bullshit, really. Because you had to like, find a route. But then everyone did the same route. So it was like, why are we creating this route if everyone's just going to do the same thing? But then you kind of like mapped out your route. And then on the day, you weren't allowed to use like Google Maps or whatever. You had to use like an OS map and like properly navigate and have a compass. See,
with that, I would probably have trouble with.
Oh, so you don't read maps?
No, because I've never... I would love to learn.
Well, just do it.
I would love to learn how to read like an actual paper map.
We had to like pace ourselves and like know like what the average pace was, like what was the pace of the slowest person, how long is it going to take us to get from point A to point B. It was kind of crazy.
When obviously growing up, every year we went on holiday to Greece, and we used to go with my ballet teacher and her husband and her son because we were like best family friends. And we all used to go together, and my ballet teacher was very good with maps, and she always used to carry around like maps, paper maps, and we would just navigate everywhere with maps. My dad was like the GPS guy, and he would buy whatever GPS he found on like the cheapest market, and it would never work.
Yeah, they never work.
Yeah, and then my ballet teacher would just have the map, and she would sit in the car and she would just work it out, and we would just find our way and go, because we would also always rent a car and like drive around in like the most like what do you call it, like middle of nowhere place, and so we would just figure it out, and I would always get sick. I would get very car sick as a kid.
You're a car sick kind of person.
Yeah, but as a kid, it would literally be every single car ride. I would get car sick, and especially when we went on holiday, because the roads in Greece, especially when you like venture out in the countryside, it's like super narrow, always like curves everywhere, like very bumpy, and we would literally have like bags in the car, and I would just keep vomiting. It was. Yeah, for me it wasn't so fun. The destinations were fun, but the car rides were not fun for me. Growing up I got better at it, but sometimes it still gets me.
Wow.
Unfortunately. But whenever I drive, it obviously never gets me. When I'm the driver, I never get car sick.
Is that because your driving is so good?
Period. I think I'm a good driver. I was the first.
Well, I can't judge because I've not seen it.
I was the first of my friend group to get my license.
Is it the same like system in Greece, like with you pass with like majors and minor fails and stuff?
No, I don't know what that is.
So you just do the test
in Cyprus. You do pass. Obviously the learners test, like where you like learn the symbols or whatever.
Yeah.
And with that, I think you can drive a bike, like a motorbike.
Yeah.
And then for a car, you obviously take lessons, and then you just take a test with an examiner with you.
And it's just pass or fail.
Yeah, it's just pass or fail.
Oh. So in the UK, you have to have like, it is a pass or fail test, but they give you like feedback on like, oh, you had this many minor issues. And
no.
You can only, I don't know how many it is, but there's basically like, you can have so many minor issues and so many major issues, and you could still pass. But if you have more than that amount, then you'd fail.
No, in Cyprus, they literally tell you, like, if you fail, they just say, oh, that thing you did was shit, and so you failed. But in Cyprus, it's, like, stupidly strict sometimes. Or there's, like, specific examiners that just fail everyone. Like, the slightest mistake you do, it's like, fail. And I passed first try, period. But to be fair, I'm shit at parallel parking. It's like my one thing. My one thing. And thankfully, he didn't ask me to parallel park.
My instructor, literally, I think the day of my test, he like took me for a lesson beforehand. And he was like, right, go down the street and do a parallel park for me. And I was like, okay. And then I tried, and like flopped horribly. And he was like, if you do this in your test, you're going to fail. And I was like, okay. He was like, go out and do it again. And I was like, okay, fine. So I tried it, did it again, like perfectly fine. And he was like, see, why can't you do it like that every time? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Like, it's stressful. I still can't parallel park. I have to parallel park outside my house every day and I still fail. Like, I'm still like half on the curb and then I'm like, oh.
No, whenever I go to Cyprus, I'm always nervous to like pick up the car the first time, like when I go back. But then as soon as I do, it's like second nature. Also, is it getting too dark in here?
Well, nah.
Yeah, I feel like it looks fine. Whatever.
Ambient lighting.
Yeah.
It's cutesy.
Yeah, we don't use any like professional lighting. We literally just have a window, a big window.
Well, we might soon.
Maybe. But you know, because of this lighting, fucks up my skin tones. Every time I try to color grade, I'm sure everyone has seen like my dodgy color grading. Every time I try, this yellow light makes me look yellow, and I cannot fix it. So
we can change
whatever.
It.
Like change the color.
Change the color of that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Grr. Well, don't change it now. It's fine. But maybe next time.
Maybe next time. You'll find out in the next episode. Did we change the light?
We'll probably forget.
Comment if you think that we changed the light.
Yeah. Remind us. But yeah, so I always get nervous picking it up, and then I'm like, as soon as I do, it's fine. But yeah, I can't parallel park. Like if I'm trying to find parking space and there's like one space, but you have to parallel park, I'll just keep driving.
Keep on going.
And Cyprus, especially Limassol, where I live, is horrible with parking. There's like too many cars and not enough parking spaces like downtown. So yeah, it's horrible. It's always my worst nightmare trying to park. Yeah.
Well, you know what they say.
But other than that, I'm a good driver.
Gays can't drive.
Yeah.
I think I can drive pretty well. To be
fair. Yeah, I think you're a good driver.
Thanks. I passed my test with only one minor, and
what was it?
See, I to this day think she was lying, and I can't call her out because I don't know who she was. Like I don't remember her name.
Say her name.
I wish I could. So I don't know if they do it anymore because they've changed like what maneuvers they have on the test. So for me, when I did it, it was like reverse around a corner, which sounds like a really stupid, easy thing to do.
Yeah, that's one of the basic things.
Yeah, so she asked me to like reverse around a corner, and I was like, easy. So because obviously like you're not allowed to reverse around a corner on a main road, so it's always quiet anyway.
And that was your fail?
It was a minor, but a whole story. Because so you do it, and like my instructor was like, you have to keep within like a car door's length away from the curb, so you're not like really far out. And then he was like, when you like are coming around the corner, you stop and you check that there's no cars coming both sides, so that if a car is coming that way, you're not going to swing and hit them. So he was like, you have to fully stop to make sure, and you check all your mirrors and like check each side, make sure nothing's coming, and then you can carry on going round. So I did that in my test, and I literally swear to God, I stopped. I was like fully like twisting my head to make sure it was obvious, because they say like if you're checking your mirrors, you have to be like to make sure like you are actually making it obvious to the the test
examiner
that you're checking. So I was like fully going for it, and then carried on going, and she was like, okay, that's fine, and then carried on with the test. And then at the end, when she told me I passed, she was like, you only had one minor, and it was because you didn't check when you swung around the corner to see if a car was coming. And I was like,
are you blind?
I literally did. So that pissed me off because I was like, I could have passed with no minors. And then afterwards...
But does that show anywhere? Like, does it show in... No.
I think it might do on your certificate or something.
On your license?
Not on your license.
Oh.
I don't know, actually. Maybe it doesn't. But yeah, so then I told my instructor, because then afterwards I was like using his car, so he had to like drive me home, because then I'd technically passed. So it was not insured on his car. So he was driving me, and he was like, what did she say? And I was like, well, she told me I had a minor because I didn't check. And he was like, well, that should have been a fail.
Oh.
Like he was like, if that was true, you shouldn't have passed your test. So I was like, so not only did she lie, she made up a lie that would have literally not made any sense because I would have failed.
Yeah.
If I didn't do what she said. So I was just a bit like, I don't know. But obviously I passed anyway. So I was like, whatever.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah. Fuck driving instructors. No, not instructors actually. Instructors are fine. Examiners.
Yeah, they're always like on a high horse. Is that the saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they think they're the best. Whatever.
But guess what? Everybody fucking drives.
Yeah.
So you're not special.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna be driving Rick around when.
Has he ever seen you drive?
Yeah, last time.
Oh.
He came to Cyprus.
Aww.
Our little island.
Bitch, we're already on an island right now.
This is where I live.
Is Cyprus smaller than England?
Yes, bitch. Are you kidding me?
What do you mean?
Bitch.
Oh.
This is the UK. That's Cyprus is smaller than London. No, that's not true.
Oh. But maybe population-wise.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Cyprus is like just over 1 million population. And that's like for the whole island.
The whole? Like the north and south?
Yeah. You can even see the separation on the map.
Is it like a border?
Yeah.
So like if you actually went up to that, you'd have to
I told you
up.
before. So this is our capital and it runs like through the middle of our capital. So, and it's like, yeah. And it's like on...
Is this where that...
And it's on like a main like shopping street. And that everybody goes to, and like at the end of that street, it's the border. It's like a green line.
Is this where that the job that I sent, and I was like, oh, we'll go move to Cyprus, and you were like, oh, you don't want to live there?
Maybe.
I think it was.
Maybe.
You were like, it's very political.
Yeah. But yeah, there's like a border, and then there's like a dead zone, you see, and then another border, and then the northern side. Yeah. Anyway, we're not going to talk about Cyprus's occupation.
Next episode.
Very political.
Just you talk about it and I'll just listen.
Yeah, and then this is the place that the Brits ruined, Ayia Napa.
What, the Brits ruined as in like...
The tourists.
Because of the holidays.
Yes. But actually what people might not know is that obviously this is where all the Brits go and they've ruined it. But just very close to that, this place has the best beaches in Cyprus. And it's still not been ruined.
So don't say it.
Yeah. And then Cape Greco is obviously a very iconic, picturesque place. It's like these caves. People jump from there, which is extremely dangerous, and they shouldn't.
Well, people are stupid.
Yeah, probably Brits.
Drag us.
I will drag the Brits any chance I get.
Wow.
Anyway.
Racist.
And you know what's on the very tip of Cyprus? Which obviously I've never been.
What is that?
This.
No, the little bit.
I don't know. Nothing. But on the very, very tip is a church.
Oh. Is it like up top of a mountain or something?
I don't know. I've never been.
You've never been?
I've never been.
I guess it's on the wrong side.
I've never been to the northern side at all, which is sad. Yeah. It feels like a different country on the northern side. But yeah, I've never been.
I guess it is completely...
But it's smaller than the southern side.
Oh, that's nice.
I've been like up here and obviously on the border here. So I've been like very close. Actually, when I was in the army, the very last weekend before I was meant to finish my service, I went to Theo's camp for a weekend because they needed people. That's where we met. And
so you hated his guts.
Yeah. And his camp was like right on the border, and the guarding posts had like binoculars, and you could literally see the Turkish camps on the other side, and I could see like their soldiers who were just like young kids like us, and I was literally like spying on them, and I would see them like
not the spying.
And I was literally I could see them like just like sitting down on their phones, like getting changed or like not getting changed their clothes. I mean like changing their shifts, getting replaced. Yeah. And it was so funny, but so weird. I was like, oh my god, this is like weird. That's like quote unquote the enemy over there, but it's like just another like 17-year-old kid.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah,
that's what's sad about it.
Indeed. Anyway, are we over an hour?
Yeah, we
already.
Are. Right.
Oh my god. Right. Well, we're gonna end it here.
What should we end it on? We should end on a fun
on a
thing.
positive note.
Yeah.
Well, you say something
funny.
What's your
favorite song of the week?
I'll tell you. Actually, can I tell you? Let me see if I have. You say while I find it.
Okay. Well, let me think. Because I have.
Oh, I have it.
Oh, okay.
So, if people didn't know, my favorite thing in the world is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
No.
And
here we go.
And they're the composer, which I absolutely love, because like a big thing about Avatar is the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
They released the season 1 soundtrack, official soundtrack, I think like 2 years ago, and now next month, the season 2 soundtrack is coming out. But they released a single of Secret Tunnel. Do you know the song? Secret Tunnel, Secret Tunnel.
No.
It's a song from book 2, I think, from season 2. And it's from an episode called The Cave of Two Lovers. And it's these hippies that go through the tunnel with the main heroes, and they like sing a song about this cave.
Oh.
And it's Bradley D. Baker who sings it. You know, you don't know. Oh, of course you don't know. He's like one of the most famous voice actors that does like so many voices in animated shows that you probably definitely know. Well, you haven't seen Clone Wars, but he does the voice of every clone,
right? Of
like the clones. That's one of his.
Once he's done that, I would know.
Let's see. In Avatar, he does the voices of Appa and Momo. So he does a lot of like creature noises.
So he's a furry. Period.
Bradley Diva.
Bradley Diva.
He's been in Phineas. Oh, he does Perry the Platypus. He does.
Is it American Dad?
He literally does so many random voices. Platypus in Phineas and Ferb, Clone Troopers in Star Wars Clone Wars, Klaus in American Dad, Momo in Appa, Gravity Falls.
The game?
No, the show.
Oh.
Ben 10.
That's not even, it's called Gravity Rush, isn't it, the game?
I don't know.
Anyway, so your song.
Yeah, so they, in the Avatar concert, you know, the live concert. What?
No, just keep going.
Like the very last thing after the encore or whatever is like this special surprise, and they like reorchestrated Secret Tunnel because the fandom loves that song.
Oh, okay.
And like Bradley D. Baker, they brought him back and like re-recorded like the full song, and they play that, and so they released that now on Spotify as like a single. So that's been my favorite song of the week. Period. Bit of a long-winded one.
Yeah, mine is going to be a lot shorter. Mine is probably just going to be, I don't know. The song that I keep listening to is just Addison Rae, to be honest. Money
How
is Everything.
Original.
Or I can give you a
give us a bit of a more niche one.
A more niche one. I'll give you a couple. There's Five. You know Five, the J-pop group.
The number 5, F-V-E.
5E. Magic Clock is a great song, which has been out for a while now, but if you haven't heard it, you should listen to it. And a song called Loop by Eves, who's a K-pop girly. That's a really fun song. I think I was singing it before we pressed record.
Which one? Give us a little snippet.
Well, it's in Korean.
Okay. You said you were singing it before.
Well,
hum it. Just do a little.
No, I'm not going to do that. We'll listen to it after. Or there's another one actually, which is from somebody on TikTok who kind of like popped off randomly. They're called Ellie or Eli. I don't know how you would say it. It's E-L-I. And there's a song called
the new Pixar movie.
Marianne.
Elliot.
No.
Marianne.
Marianne. And it's that's a really nice song. But they released like a snippet of a song. Oh, actually, no, I have another one after this.
See, yours is also long-winded.
It's because I'm very passionate about music. So if anyone wants
we're an hour 10, so you better wrap this up.
I'm wrapping it up. So the Marianne one is a nice song. But they released a snippet of a different song that I like literally months ago saved it and was like, I need to find this song when it comes out. The song is not going to come out because I realized it now samples, I think, like a game soundtrack in the background. But it's such a beautiful song.
So what, are they not allowed to release it?
Yeah, because I think it's like they'd have to get like licensing from like Nintendo or whoever it was. So that song is never going to come out, which is really annoying. But the Marianne song is also a very good song. And a lot of like pops people, like, I don't know if you would, I mean, Meghan Trainor, I guess, is quite like in the know about pop music, whether you like her or not. She is a pop girly.
She is.
But she like is obsessed with this song and has like reposted it and shared it. So the song is kind of popped off. So that's why it's on my playlist.
Cool.
And then there's another girl called Julep.
God, save something for the next
one.
And
she is very cool because she's like coded like a glove. You know? Do you know Imogen Heap? Hide and Seek.
No.
Where are we? What the hell? You must know Imogen Heap.
No.
You know the song what Jason Derulo, What You Say, What You Say?
Yeah.
The original song of that is Imogen Heap.
Oh.
Imogen Heap is a very iconic singer. And anyway, so she's inspired by Imogen Heap, this new girl.
Okay.
And she's done a similar thing where like Imogen Heap has this glove where she can like create different like effects on her voice using this glove. And she's done the same thing, but she's like coded to do, I don't know, there's differences between what she's done, but she's made a song called Anything at All, and it's a very good song. So shout out, because it's very nice.
Stream.
Very beautiful song.
Stream whatever all that Elliot said, and Secret Tunnel.
And one from Kanye.
Yes. All right.
Nice.
Thanks so much for joining
watching
us this week.
Like, comment, subscribe, follow everything. TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts,
Spotify,
all the business.
Email us. It's all in the description.
Leave us a review.
All
the good stuff.
Yes. Right.
And we will see you in the next episode.
Have a good one.
Bye.